Hello everyone, today I'm doing a review of Victoria's journals. So one of my subscribers brought this company to my attention. Thank you so much for that. So I reached out to them and they sent me several journals to look at and do a review of. So let's get started. Alright, so this first one here, actually let's put the other ones to the side for now, is their Copal bullet journal. It's the gold edition. And before I get started, I just want to mention that Victoria's Journals is a Canadian company that design their journals in Canada, and then the journals are manufactured in China. And most of the journals are bullet journals, which means they're dot grid journals. So, and they really have a wide variety of different designs and colors. So if you're interested in those, feel free to check out the website. I'm going to link it down below, as well as all the links to the journals that I'm going to show you in this video. Alright, so back to the journal. This is the Copal Gold Edition. It is a bullet journal. This is the rose gold one. I'd say it's a hardcover, even though it has some give to it. And the dimensions on this are 5.5 by 8.3 inches or 14 by 21 centimeters. And it is white dotted paper, and it has some really awesome features I'm going to show you in a second. And then it actually has 264 dot grid pages that are 5mm ruled, but then there's some additional pages, so I think the entire journal is about 300 pages, and for that it is pretty thin because it only uses 55 GSM paper, so the paper is actually pretty thin. And the benefit of that is you have a ton of pages in here, and the notebook is still fairly thin. And it's much more lightweight in terms of carrying around with you. So that's a great bonus. It has elastic strap that is pretty solid and durable right there. And it also comes with one white bookmark. Almost wish it came with two, but it's a nice looking bookmark. And let's take off the sleeve real quick so you can see the actual journal. So it says Copal Gold Edition, and then it says Victoria's Journals in the back here. And then when you open it up, it has this gray cover page. And as you can see, the paper is just plain white, and the edges of the paper around it as well. And there's not too much overhang here with the paper and the cover. And then in the back, it has a really nice pocket that I've actually never seen like this before. It's like a double pocket, and it opens up more kind of at the top. And they have a divider in here, so you can keep your extra notes organized back here. It's a great feature. So let's check it out together. So first page, you can put your name and then in more personal information. And as I said, the paper is pretty thin. It's only 55 GSM, so it's almost, I don't know if you're familiar with Tomoe River paper, so it's kind of along these edges. And then I'm going to show you fountain pen review and pen review writing sample in a little bit. So here we have 2019 and 220 overview in the notebook. And then what's also great about this journal, there's a table of contents, and you literally have here room for every single page in the entire journal. So in terms of having an index, you don't have to make your own. It's already in there and done for you, and you really have room to write down what you have on every single page. And I think it's great for bullet journaling to keep tabs of everything. And then you have here a page for your pen and your ink samples if you want to do that. And then you have overview, a monthly overview of the year. So January, February, March, April, May, June. So you can create some calendar in here, an entire year. And then it has a double page for traveling, for flights, and ideas for next travel. So you can create an itinerary. And then it shows you here how to organize your to-do lists with urgent, not urgent, important, not important, and then what you don't have to do and stuff like that. So we have 2 pages of that here where you can put all your to-dos. Well, it's just 2 pages, but maybe it just gives you an idea of how to actually organize all your different lists and your tasks that you have to do, because then here it starts with just the dot grid pages here. As I said, they're numbered, and there is 265 of them. So, and the journal lays flat really nicely as well, as you can see. And then after the 265 pages, you have a few perforated pages here in the back that says ink test, and then it says Copal 55 GSM paper. I think there was about 16 of those pages, yeah. So you can also use this if you don't want to do ink test in here to, you know, have little like to-do lists or like a shopping list or like whatever, and you just tear it out and take it with you. And as you see here, it's the cover page in the back again. So let's show you my writing sample. You have pencil, ballpoint pen, and then several different gel pens and rollerball pens. And then here we have the Pilot Metropolitan Diamond Marine ink, medium nib. And there is no feathering, essentially, so the fountain pen, the ink looks nice here, but then on the back there is definitely a lot of ghosting here, and then there's some bleed through with the fountain pen. So even though they claim it is fountain pen friendly paper, honestly, in my opinion, not really, unfortunately. I mean, it's really hard with 55 GSM paper to have fountain pen friendly paper. I only know of Tomo River paper where you can actually do that. And then I think you're better off with just using, like, you know, ballpoint pens or gel pens with a finer nib, and then you do really well with this paper, because I don't think the ghosting is that bad with the finer nibs in here. So overall, I think this is a great notebook. I really like all these extra features it has in terms of using it as a bullet journal, and yeah, and I love how sturdy this elastic strap is. So all in all, it's a pretty solid notebook. The only thing is not so fountain pen friendly, but if you don't use fountain pens, I think it's a great option for a bullet journal. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is the Smith Fashion Flexi Dotted Bullet Journal, and I absolutely love this color. It says that it's brown on the website, but I think it's actually more like lavenderish or like a dusty rose, so it's really pretty brown with some like reddish tones in it. Absolutely beautiful. And it is a soft cover journal, as you can see. And let's take the sleeve. The dimensions are 5.8 by 8.3 inches or 14.8 by 21 centimeters. So it is, I think, just a tad wider than an A5, but pretty much an A5. And it has 192 pages, and the paper in here is 80 GSM. So it is a thicker paper than the last journal, and is also a dot grid journal, as you can see here. See the 5mm dots with a slight margin around the edges here with the dots. And then the actual journal is slightly rounded, but then the paper is square at the edges, so I wish that would also be slightly rounded with the paper. And then here in the back we have the logo, and it also comes with a nice little white bookmark, and then it has a really nice charm here at the end. That's a really nice touch. I haven't taken the plastic off here yet, but I think it looks really nice. It makes it look more upscale, and the journal is stitched and bound, so it's the first one. Let's check out the writing sample. So here we have pencil, ballpoint pen, we have the gel pens here, and roller balls, and then we have, again, Pilot Metropolitan medium nib with Diamond Marine ink. There is a little bit of feathering with the fountain pen, as I can see here. And then let's check out the back. We have some ghosting here, and then more ghosting that's more pronounced with the fountain pen, but I don't see any bleed through yet. But I think with wetter ink, this paper might bleed through as well. I think it is more fountain pen friendly than the 55 GSM paper, but still not super great with fountain pens. But you can definitely use a thin nib in this journal and use a fountain pen. As I said, if you stick to extra fine nibs, probably your fine nibs, you should be okay. And then the ghosting, I mean, there's a little bit, but it's not that bad. And when you open it up, you have the logo here on the inside, and you can put your name here. And this journal is just the plain dot grid journal. There is no page numbers, no nothing, no pocket. Just the only thing it has is a bookmark. But I think it's nicely done, and it also lies pretty flat once you break into it. Alright, so that was the Smith Fashion Flexi Dotted Bullet Journal. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so the next one is the Muse Textile Cover Bullet Journal. So this is a hardcover notebook, and believe it or not, it has 160 pages, even though it's super thin. It uses, I think, the same paper as the first journal, the 55 GSM paper. And the dimensions on this here are 5.5 by 7.8 inches or 14 by 20 centimeters, and this one is also available in a smaller size. So if you're interested in this journal, feel free to check out their website. And it has this really interesting design. This is the purple one. It's also available in different colors. All right, let's check it out. So when you open it up, you have the logo here, and then you can put your name here, and then it has this white paper. As I said, it's pretty thin, and it's just as well dot grid paper with a slight margin here at the top and on the sides. And then since it is a square notebook, excuse the honking. Since it is a square notebook, it also has square paper, and then the edges here of the paper are dyed pink, which gives it a nice touch. And here is the elastic. That looks, again, pretty sturdy, and it has a really nice pocket in the back that feels super thick and sturdy, and it still has the cloth on it like the actual cover. And then here you can see the inside, and this is a textile cloth cover that is a little bit rough to the touch, but it looks really nice. And here's the back, and there's no bookmark though, but yeah, you get an elastic and the pocket. Let's check out the writing sample again. Here we have again a pencil, ballpoint pen, and several gel pens, rollball pens, and then here we have again the Powell Metropolitan medium nib with diamond marine ink. There is no feathering here in the front. And then let's check out the back. So you can see here there's some ghosting, again because the paper is thin, and then you get a little bit of bleed through here with the fountain pens. Again, they're thinner paper, not the most fountain pen friendly paper, even though they advertise it as such. I mean, I guess you could use it if you only used one side of the notebook. That would be an option too, or just, you know, stick to gel pens and finer nibs, and then with the gel pens, and then you should be okay. And it also lies super flat, which is another bonus. Let's see if I missed anything. And as I said, it has 160 pages with white paper, which is pretty incredible for how thin it is. So you get a lot of pages for a super lightweight notebook. And if you want it even lighter, you can check out the smaller version. And then, whoopsie, last but not least, we have the Muse Taylor Neon Bullet Journal. And this comes in a set. There's 4 different colors. This one's, I think this one's the orange. It also comes in, no, I think this one's the pink. It also comes in orange, yellow, and coral. It has a cool little quote here. And this is what it looks like. So this are 80 pages, 40 sheets, and then it is, again, uses 80 GSM paper and as well 5mm dots in here. And it comes in a set of 4, as I said, so you get a whole pack of them. And I think these make great notebooks if you have like a travel notebook style setup, and you want to use these as refills. That'd be pretty cool. I like how bright the color is. It almost like wakes you up in the morning if you have your to-do list in here, because the paper is so intense. Let me try to find my writing sample here. So we have pencil, ballpoint pen again, the gel pens, roller balls, and then here is the Powell Metropolitan again, medium nib, diamond marine ink. And it does pretty well here in the front with the fountain pen. I don't really see much feathering. And then here in the back, there's not much bleed through. I mean, it's ghosting with the gel pens, and then there is a little bit more ghosting with the roller balls and the fountain pen. But I actually don't see any bleed through here with the fountain pen, so I think this actually is the notebook that holds up the best in terms of fountain pen usability, so I think with a fine or extra fine nib you shouldn't have a problem with this notebook. And yeah, the entire notebook is thread bound, so here you can see the stitching in the center and the rounded edges, and of course the paper lines up with the cover, and it's, as you can see, super flexible, thin cardboard cover, and the dot grids are 5mm, just like all the other ones. So all in all, I think they are solid notebooks. I like that they have a great variety of designs. Definitely worth checking out if you don't use fountain pens. Great option for bullet journaling. I like how many features this notebook has in particular for notebook journaling, and yeah. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know if you know about this brand. And if you want to see more notebook reviews, please subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching.